Alright, shalom, shalom. Alright, first and foremost, if I get started, I'm give all honor and glory and power to Hawa, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Hakwadash. I'm going to say double honors to our elders, like great apostles, great ministers on GMS. Alright, who rule well and teach well, being great example to Israel. Alright, man, the elect, I'm going to say peace and blessing. Alright, to the hope of the elect on the four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity. Alright, that great song that you brought in the bar. Alright, just come with another lesson. Alright, a little quick lesson. You know, my little 2 cents of what's been going on, alright, with this virgin birth. As in Christianity, it failed us, man. You know, we've been believing a lie this whole time. You know, so the water you have by Shema Shai, you know, was bringing us out of that darkness to his marvelous light, man, which we see. You know, because once again, Christianity have failed us, man. Alright, and this virgin birth is like a little topic of the week. And it don't make sense. You know, I got a little, I went on Google, right? Let me get this on Google real quick. And I asked them a question about the virgin birth. Now watch what Google say. Alright. Now when you go on Google virgin birth, right, it say related questions. So I say, is virgin birth possible in humans, right? So here it is. It said virgin birth possible in humans. It said Christmas seems an appropriate time to ask whether it's biologically possible to have a virgin birth. And because when we think about Christmas, it said by what Yahweh Shai, right? Which is Xmas, is Christ, it's X'd out Yahweh Shai. All right, but in the term of Christmas, meaning what he was born on that day, right? So it's appropriate time. So it says, and you may be surprised to hear that it is possible, just not for humans. You see that? It's possible, but just not for humans or any other mammal. Experiences with mice or other mammals show an egg must be fertilized with a sperm to kick off development of any kind. And that's the thing. All right, when you're dealing with sperm, which go back to a seed, it had to come from a man. All right, it had to come from a man's seed, man. All right, because a woman couldn't see, she take in the seed. See that? That's why men in the scripture known as, like your husband known as a planter. All right, and as we plant the seed, it grow within the woman. All right, just to touch on that basis, as in it's not possible for humans, right? So let's get this precept. And now let me go down the line with it real quick as I wrote it. So this Sirach 39 and 24. All right. So Sirach 39 and 24. And it says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they our stumbling blocks unto who? The wicked. And we know that Yahweh Shai is known as a stumbling block. All right? But here's a stumbling block unto those that are not meant to get it. You know? So, this Habakkuk 2, because this is what I'm doing, this Habakkuk 2 and 2. All right? And it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon table, that he may run that read it. And that's a prophet job, to make it plain. As an apostle, when they break down the virgin birth, they tell you the difference between a virgin that never been touched and a young woman. All right, and in this situation, all right, she is a young woman. Go back to the Hebrew word bathwala. All right, meaning what? A young woman at marriage of age. You know, plenty of brothers, apostles, and elders and bishops that did videos on this. You see? But we're here to make it plain upon a table, meaning what? To give you the understanding. All right, because when you go into Proverbs, all right, this is Proverbs, all right, 4 and 7. That's why you have to look up words. That's why you have to search, you know. And that's something that our people have a hard time doing. That's why they love to go to church, because all they gotta do is just sit there and listen to pastor tell these lies and go back home. All right, but in the scripture, when you're going to Timothy, it say what? Uh, Give diligently to make that calling election sure. All right, so here it is. We got to do the research. So I said study thyself to be what? Study thyself. I just show thyself to prove. Hold on, like Salaki. That's why I say study thyself to be approved. You know. So without that getting, what's it? Proverbs 4:7. It said wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and without that getting, get understanding. So I'm gonna show you, you know, through my precept upon precept, to show you the virgin birth is off. All right, the virgin birth is off, man. All right, it says, but when the of the time was come, the Most High sent forth His Son, made of a woman, and it's talking about Yahweh Shai through what? Through Mary, right? Made under the law. All right, and we understand that when you deal with Mary, all right, she was. Matter of fact, let me read this little article too. All right, because Mary wasn't a heathen. All right, she was an Israelite. All right, this Mary, and I had just wrote in Virgin Mary, and it said the wife of Joseph, the mother of Yahweh Shai, called her Virgin Mary, right? Thought never so designated in the scriptures. Little known of her personal history, her genealogy is given in Luke, right? She was of the tribe of Judah and of the lineage of David. All right, she from the tribe of Judah and the lineage of David. All right, meaning what? They rehearses the righteous acts. All right, she was of the what? The lineage of David. All right, so here it is. They knew about the law. All right, so when you go back into Galatians 4:4, it says, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that was under the law, that we may receive the adoption of son. And who was under the law? The Israelites. All right, that's why it was given to Yahweh. That's why I say Yahweh Shai name is what? He saves. He delivered. Why? Because he was sent forth, all right, to what? To redeem us, to bring us back into the good graces of Yahweh. All right? So, under the law, right? Let's go into the law. This Leviticus 12, all right, 12:1. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, so Israel is who? All right? Israel consists of who? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zabulon, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. All right? Naphtali. So here it is. It says, speak unto the children of Israel, and we understand that Mary was what? The lineage of David. She was from the tribe of Judah. So it says, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any woman have conceived seed. So it was an exception for Mary? No. All right? If a woman have conceived seed and born a child, right? Then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation from her infirmity. Shall she be what? Unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his what? Foreskin shall be what? Circumcised, going to your penis, right? So this how you can tell that, all right, this speaking of Yahweh Shai, but he was perfect. Remember, he didn't go out, he was that lamb without blemish. So in order to be that lamb without blemish, this had to happen. Because if this didn't happen, then guess what? He not that lamb without blemish. He got a spot. But he was spotless, man. Why? Because he was born under the law. All right? As a matter of fact, let me keep going before I jump into Wisdom of Solomon. And it says, and in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised, just as when we born. Our mama circumcised us. Yeah, we probably didn't get circumcised, you know what I'm saying, in 8 days, but it's still going, but it says something went wrong. So Lord willing, because at the bottom says something went wrong. Tap again. Okay. So here it is. When we was born, we might not have been circumcised the same day or 8 days later. All right, because when my son was, I knew because you know what I'm saying, it's a tradition. Not knowing that it was in the law when I was going to church. But I just knew because it's a tradition in our household that our men is supposed to get circumcised. So when my son was born, I got him circumcised the next day or the same day. All right. So it said, it's like verse Leviticus 12:4, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 and 30 days, which a woman in this day of time, what you get, 6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, and then you back doing what what I'm saying, you want to do. It's the same thing, and it's gonna further prove it in Wisdom of Solomon. So she shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. Why? Because she still have blood in it. All right, and it says, let me get this in Wisdom of Solomon. Lord willing, I'm making sense. So this Wisdom of Solomon 7:1, because what I'm doing is proving that there's no such thing as a virgin birth when you understand that Yahweh Shai, he was blameless, he was spotless, he was that lamb without blemish. So if he was the lamb without blemish, how could he not be under the law, born under the law, by Mary taking these steps that the law requires you to take? It don't make sense. So this is Wisdom of Solomon 7:1. It said, I myself also am a mortal man. All right, we understand that Solomon was Yahweh Shai, and I can prove it. I got to continue to go down. So it said, I myself also a what? Mortal man. All right, meaning what? He is in the flesh. Like to all. And the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. All right, and in whom my mother womb fashioned to be flesh in the time of what? 10 months. All right, as we, same thing, right? Same thing. Being compacted in blood as in the law, right? And the seed of man, which through Joseph, became Yahweh Shai through Mary, and the pleasure that came with sleep. It said, and when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth. That's how I know this talking about Yahweh Shai, man. It's crazy. It said, when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. You see that? So it ain't no one on earth ever been born, all right, and never took on this right here. We all been in this situation, as in when you come upon earth, when you first being born. It is said, as all others do, I will nourish and swallow and clothe, and that with cares. But there is no king that have any other beginning of birth. You see that? All right? It said there is no other king that have any other beginnings of birth. No one. All right? Y'all came into this world the same. All right? And we all gonna go out the same. You know what I'm saying? And it says, for all men have one interest into life. You see that? All men have one interest to life. What? Through a woman, meaning when she conceived. And the likeness and the light going out. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. And that's what we had to do. We had to pray for the Lord to open our eyes up to see these things. You know what I'm saying? Because through Christianity, our eyes were never open. You see that? So it says, wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and His Spirit, and the Spirit of wisdom came unto me. And that's how we understand the virgin birth. Why? Because the Spirit had opened unto us. See, it's not given to everyone to know the mysteries. All right? But like I say, it's plain unto the holy. But it's a stumbling block unto what? Those that are wicked. You see? So going to that going into, because I just read Wisdom of Solomon, all right, to show you that it's talking about Yahweh Shai. This is Matthews, all right. This is Matthews 1:1. And it said, this is the book of generation of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. All right, and it says, the son of David. Who's the son of David? Come on, man, King Solomon. You see that? The son of David, the son of Abraham. Who's the son of Abraham? Isaac. And it said that Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judah, his brothers. All right, and this shows you the genealogy of Yahweh Shai, right? So, let's get Revelation 22. All right, this is Revelation 22 and 16. And it says, I, Yahweh Shai, have sent my angel to testify to you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of who? David. So that's going back to what? That seed, that genealogy. All right, he said he is the offspring of who? David. And the bright and morning star. You see that? Let it further let you know that Yahweh Shai was who? King Solomon. All right, but it further let you know that his lineage, the seed, all right, track all the way back through King David. So how can he be born of a virgin? All right, when he have a line, when he have a seed, have a lineage, it don't make sense. All right, it don't make sense, man. So Lord willing, you know, y'all brothers and sisters edified. Just a little quick, you know what I'm saying, way to sum it up how Yahweh Shai was not born of a virgin, man. All right, Joseph is his biological father. All right, so Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. Next time, Shalom, Baba Raka'akim, DTA, baby.